Or am I imagining things?
Showtime?
Yeah.
No, Millennium, right?
Is he? Oh, okay, so he is a Millennium.
Yeah,
That was a while ago, actually, now that I think about it.
Check it, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You're right. Ever since, like, the whole 4GG leaving thing, right? So.
Yeah. Millennium. Alright, so, no Terran action today. Only Hero Marine at the bottom of the bracket really left. But no updates from the low bracket yet. We could be waiting quite a while for this final when we get there.
Yeah, we could be.
Because we're in the first semi-final, and then we're going straight to the final afterwards. But the quarterfinals from the low bracket is still going on. So, unless it's just not updated. Funny enough, none of the amateurs are left in.
Did they all get killed off? Is that how it is?
Yep.
Oh.
Every one of them, yeah.
We're sorry, boys.
Even with the quarterfinal still running.
Well, I guess this shows why they're in the amateur league and why the pros are in the pro one.
Yeah, they're all kicked off. Cool. 3 hatch before pool. Nice opening here.
Yeah. Gonna probably get away with it for the most part as well.
Fully get away with it. Nothing you can do here, sorry.
Oops, I pressed the wrong button. What? Something's happening. I press E. There we go. All right.
Yeah, nothing you can do. Nice little opener.
Drones City. Happy times at the moment here for Lambo. And at the other side, Showtime's just walling off and making sure he's good to go. Lambo, having spotted around everything that's going on with this Overlord already, sees the natural going down. Understand there's a wall over the other side, but hasn't really seen that. But he knows the extent as to what's going on for Protoss.
I like the second Overlord in the middle of the map for Lambo, just going in between the second and third. That's where he's headed. He's going to be able to see the timing of the third base, and upon seeing a really fast third Nexus, he might try some Ling Flood. Because of his 3 hatch so fast, he's going to have quite a bit of extra lava compared to most normal openings, where he could try something that we saw earlier from Hamphy against Showtime, getting a third Nexus cancel. So that's a cool Overlord positioning. And he's going to run right past the Stargate too, or should do.
It's very nice as well to actually see this layout of buildings here from Showtime, because he did exactly the same thing up to the top in his previous series, just mirrored. So it's a very well thought out position of this wall that if something crazy hit him again, like from another player that did from Hanfi, he'd be able to easily react. So he has all of these things in his mind as it goes along. It's cool. All right, Adept, what are we going to see? Anything? Nothing? There's not really much to see. What are you going to damage?
Nothing. All right, pops out. Funny enough, that Overlord did stop in the middle, so not as cool positioning. But the other Overlord does start Stargate, which is nice. Does get that Scout. And a couple of gateways hidden inside the main base, the second and third gateway.
All right, found them. All right, Phoenix time. So he already knows where its first victim is. Poor little guy.
Yeah. And then he'll come back, I guess, for the other Overlord in the middle.
Should do.
But yeah, just quite standard openings here from both. No commitment to any units from Lambo, just pure drones off his nice little opening. With a couple of excess Overlords already anticipating a couple of deaths.
Lambo with their Roach Warren on the way. He's got a little bit of gas income still going on. I mean, could he use this aggressively, or is this just in case like a lot of Adepts actually come along?
Definitely defensively. Just in case some Adepts are used, Roach Warren is almost 100% necessary.
Yep. All right, plenty of drones. Even keeping a Ling on towards the bottom third base, aside from the base that he was already spotting out previously. But this Overlord has moved all the way away because his Phoenix problem is there.
Yeah. So third Nexus is going to go down in the front.
Quite easily at the moment. 18 Lings on the way to try and maybe put some pressure on there.
Found a Queen. Queens always have to be touching Spore Crawlers. Otherwise you're going to lose them.
You're too far forwards.
Yeah, so slowed down injection by a little bit there, sadly.
Oh well.
And yeah, quite a few Lings moving down. But a pylon is already up on this Nexus, so... And 3 Adepts, I think, is... And the capability to warp in another 3. He should be completely fine against these Zerglings.
I see one of them there, but not that much more. Actually, if you're going to flood in on through against this, Bone Overcharge is going to go down as well. Yeah, I'm always surprised at the range at which the Mothership Core can put down on a pylon, but Yeah, there you go. Double robo at the front, of course. That's what we always go to.
Sadly, no creep spreads.
That's a good point, actually.
Always sad to see that.
Only the 3 queens.
Yeah, just very focused with his resource spending. And with Hydralisk speed on the way, he could look to overwhelm this third with as many Hydras as possible off the amount of incon he can, or has at the moment, which is actually fully saturated across 3 bases, funny enough.
Showtime in Europe has always been one of those Protoss that has controlled their Phoenix almost meticulously. I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to say perfectly, because last game he did lose a few of them, but he's got so much value out of these already.
Yeah, I definitely feel like he was warming up a little bit in that previous game, and now this is, you know, almost perfect control from him.
Where he hits his stride, really.
Yeah, so we are going to see, by the looks of it, some type of Hydra push down into this third Nexus, but double pylon there already on the way. Phoenix is slowing this down already.
Surely even just one creep tumor would have actually sped this up if he is going to go for it. I mean, he'll get some speed
But he's
soon,
just been hitting lava injects and focusing on lava injects, so he's had perfect lava injects, and he didn't want to spend 150 additional minerals on a queen earlier on.
Guess so.
Just streamlined his economy to get as many drones out as fast as possible.
See some of the
to
Hydras
hopefully hit harder.
Yeah, let's see if it can work. I mean, there's going to be a few extra gateways for sure, and even some Zealots being warped in, which could buy time actually when it comes along. But
it looks like, you know, he's hitting before key upgrades and key units are out, so no Zealot charge, no Immortals yet. So, you know, it is a nice streamlined little rush.
15 Hydras out at the front, and there's going to be a lot of Roaches in support soon.
It is very fast. There is a lot of gateways finishing up now. And 6 Phoenixes have retained a bit of their energy to help defend against this. But yeah, nice little rush coming out from Lambo. And Phoenixes!
Okay.
Hello!
That's not meticulous control. Needs to keep those alive.
But the Warp Prism.
Yeah, doing a little bit of damage towards the back as well. Even the depth got picked up during all of this. And actually is denied a lot of mining time here. Wow, actually.
Sending all the Hydralisk back.
Pulled everything back for this. Well, whoop.
That Warp Prism again.
It's just going to come back in if he's not careful.
Yeah, it will go back in. And now the Hydralisk are coming down again. But this is bought now time for Zealot Charge to almost finish up. A wave of High Templar to warp in. And almost a 3rd and 4th Immortal. So that Warp Prism, there you go. Showtime always buys time with it. Yeah. And that's probably more than enough that he needed to have an army out to deal with this, I think.
Archon's on the way. Even the pylon's in place for some photon overcharges here. And this little army itself, with the 4 Immortals, now 5. And 3 Archons behind it.
Yeah.
Corrosive Pile's going to have to do quite a bit here. He's going to focus down on towards the pylons to start things. But that's not going to underpower any of the robos just yet. That one robo, though.
Well, that's gone.
That was very quick. How much more can he do? Actually gets himself an Archon almost entirely there with Corrosive Piles. That was a really good few shots by Lambo. But I would say also that it was not so good of Showtime to just not move at all.
Is Showtime going to survive this?
Maybe. I mean, he is still building up armies very strongly. These Immortals are coming out quite quickly. Still, even if it's just off one robo.
Yeah. But now you can really see, is what I mentioned with no creep spread, the whole purpose of Lambo's game is just to do this.
Yeah. Ooh, a little bit I like there for a moment. But hopefully that does subside here. Showtime's army just positioning itself. Doesn't want to be losing this Nexus. Going to push that on Barry on the right-hand side. Lambo's being patient with his Concave. Going to push in, loses an Archon at the front there. It was tanking and wasn't doing anything.
This is very good for Lambo.
Yeah, another Archon walks forwards at the front as well here. It was trapped at the back though. Some of his army is attacking in a disjointed fashion. But actually, still more reinforcement and Roaches coming along here. There's only Immortals left over. He's trying to choke them off once again.
Is he holding?
I think
he's
so.
Holding.
Immortals just do not die. They just do a lot of damage.
And now you're in a bit of a pickle now because you only have well, I guess you do have +1 tap, but it's only Roachling Hydra. That's all the game is. There's no Lurkadem, there's no Spy, there's nothing. It's this.
And he spots it moving around on the left-hand side. Oh, does get that Observer killed off, but it didn't die in vain for sure.
Connect, Showtime.
No, you can't walk forwards with those Roaches into 7 Immortals.
And this what, 30 seconds here that Showtime's had is wonderful. I mean, this is Phoenixes again, but it's time to build up the pylons again. He's got his gas back online to build more units, another couple of waves of units as well.
And sending some of this army forwards once again. Some of the Immortals at the back weren't firing for a moment there, and Or the Archon wall is going to go down, but these Immortals could still do healthy damage to these Hydralisks. The Hydras have to be very careful.
I think that's it. I think that's the game won. Just that consistent hold.
Yeah.
Now, you know, another 30 seconds has been brought by Lambo. For Showtime from Lambo. And the Immortals all survived. They were microed very well.
And now his quality of army is just lacking.
Yeah, now +2 attack starts, and it's always good to get +2 attack, but it's still simply Ling Roach Hydra against +2 attack. Now, you know, 9 Immortals, whatever it is.
And of course, that 4th base is up and running.
8. Yeah, 8.
This is pretty ridiculous, actually, the position that Showtime has found himself in.
These Lings are going to go up there and go, you've got to be kidding me.
How did you do this while all that was going on? It's crazy.
And now you know you're in trouble because you need another form of tech.
Yeah.
But you don't really have that much money yourself here as Lambo because he didn't, you know, really focus on this 4th base at all. He doesn't have another tech, and it is just Roach Hydra again. So you're hoping for a big fight that you win. So, you know, spread your units out. Hopefully Showtime pushes too fast because ideally from Showtime, you don't need to push now at all. You just sit back and keep adding on more tech if your opponent isn't. But he is going to fight into this, so Lambo is getting the best opportunity he could wish for in this game.
I feel like Lambo's been visited by the ghost of Zerg past when it comes to this composition, though. It's not going to fare that well. Oh, he got the Warp Prism at least. So that means the reinforcements can't come along, and actually that's a big deal because Showtime has to go back.
Yeah.
Not that easy to warp in unless you have a Warp Prism or a pylon with a gateway that takes forever to warp in at the front anyway.
And Showtime scouting well. He saw that in the main base there was no hive. He's seen the army that's still Roach Hydra, so he just backed off, which is the right move. As mentioned, you just add more tech. If your opponent isn't going to, you can. So Storm will, you know, murder this. Likewise will Tempest. You don't have Vipers.
Absolutely no answer.
So good play from Showtime. He's playing this very patiently.
Even sending a Warp Prism around at the same time.
Yeah, of course he is.
Ooh, doesn't want the Concave to be too amazing. But even still, I'm very scared for Lambo in a straight-up fight. That's a lot of power these Immortals do pack. Just needs the right tanking potential for it. But he's hitting it at the best time he can as Lambo, considering Storm's about to finish and +3. But I don't even know if he's going to have exactly enough here. He'll go blow for blow, but I don't think he'll kill off Showtime.
Yeah, that's a problem. Blow for blow against a guy who's got superior tech upgrades. He's got key to better units. That's it.
There you go. GG.
But to be fair, that hold was pretty impressive.
The game number 2 is going to be on Arena. Yeah. I'll be sad to see Arena go when it eventually does.
Yeah.
It's one of those crazier maps, but it's fun to watch. Maybe not as fun to play. Kind of chaotic, I would suppose, for a lot of pros. But up to the top left is Showtime. Down to the bottom left is Lambo. Here on these close spawns, because that's the only way it can spawn.
Yep. So it is good to do aggressive plays on this map. And that's what we have coming out from Lambo. He's going to go gas spawning pool. So he can't kill his opponent. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can't kill your opponent with this opening, but you can try to delay that natural for as long as possible. Maybe potentially break it down here, but the thing is Showtime's going to go in and be like, all right, this guy's getting ready to break me. So shouldn't be too much of a problem. I guess you could get pretty fast Zerglings into the main base via drops as well as another way to do this. But Showtime's going to be aware of the different possibilities that can come his way.
I suppose the funny thing about dropping Zerglings into the base would be you would load them up in such an odd location that a slow overlord would take a while to get in there. It would be quite fun. But you would not be suspected in the slightest unless you actually did research that overlord speed.
The problem is with this opening from Lambo, you almost need to do something with it. Just because of how fast the Nexus is, and the economy for Protoss is going to be strong because you've delayed your second hatchery.
Exactly. I mean, Showtime knows how delayed that hatchery is as well. He sees that it has started just before his Nexus, and I mean, that is a happy place for a Protoss.
But no Zergling speed. Fast Roach Warren.
Ooh, all right, the real bust.
This is pretty fast indeed. So how well is Showtime going to be prepared? He's got 2 pylons down. He's got the Cyber Core finishing up. How fast is he going to get that Mothership Core into business?
I mean, I already like the positioning of the pylons, just so you can almost cover the entire ramp wherever the roaches do hit, but you're going to have a full wall off, and eventually, I guess, they'll add more buildings here to make sure it is sturdy.
Yeah, 100 gas just disappeared, so I'm going to guess that's the mothership.
Probe didn't see the roach warren. Oh, God, he was so close.
Pretty early mothership call, though.
Nah.
So he's not cutting corners there, and he definitely feels that something's up.
Yeah, gotta be. I think, actually, he didn't see the roach warren at the back, but he still saw gas mining. So, I mean, that is a pretty good indicator.
Chronobus now stalker now as well.
Yeah.
He's trying to get as many units out as possible. We may even see a third pylon. Well, I guess it's kind of pretty intensive.
Also, why is the queen walking right now? Like... Yeah. As it is. I mean, sometimes you see it go and clean up a watchtower, but like...
he sees it now anyway.
Yeah, he knows
sure.
what's up.
All right, how well is he going to hold? Another gateway comes in to build a bit of a thicker wall.
Need a full wall off on this right-hand side too.
Yeah, he will. Another structure in there. Plop. Boop.
Oh, pylon. That wasn't exactly the plug I was expecting.
I guess it can't fit.
I think he wants to build it.
Okay, it can.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been powered by that one, but I guess he wants the extra pylon on there just to make sure. I mean, if he builds the pylon first, that means it'll be done quicker, so there's potential for an extra photon overcharge when the one at the front dies. Because he was expecting the one to die.
Well, so far so good.
Yep. Trying to get them very, very important.
Oh, he's targeting down the Ravager, yeah. Very important to bring them down.
But the Queen is there, has energy for transfuse. So this is a smart move by Lambo as well. He knows the longevity is very important here for some of these more expensive units, like a Ravager, for example, that is by no means cheap.
He has broken in, though.
He's found a really good spot with this, actually, yeah. Look at that.
4 Stalkers.
At least Warp Gate finished during all of this.
5 Stalkers now, then.
Abandoning the natural in terms of economy at the moment. One of the Ravagers is super low. Transfuse, though, from that Queen reinforcing.
So far, pretty good control from Showtime. He's done as best as he can with these Stalkers.
Yep, trying to kind of wall off the natural as the main base. Needs to get another building down there if he doesn't want everything flooding in. But still, the floodgates have already opened at the natural.
Remember, Lambo has to go for a kill.
He needs to change his chrono boost. He needs to change his chrono boost to the back gate that's actually powered, because everything else that's being chrono boosted at the moment isn't helping.
1 Stalker's gone down. It's the only casualty of Stalkers.
He's controlled these Stalkers so well. He got all of the Ravagers. Now it's only slow Lings. He's researching Zergling's speed, but they're not doing the huge business they need to against the Stalkers. And the Queen's walked in range of the photon overcharge. One's gonna fall.
And that had energy, that one.
Oh.
And now it's only slow Lings. Queen and slow Lings.
What is this defense? What a defense.
Perfect control, really.
My God, 26 workers to 19 during all of this as well. He's gone back to drones. He's given up. He's got these Zerglings at the front. They can still do something, but will it be enough?
He's making a wall off again. That's it. It's held.
Beautiful.
Very well done. And it's not just the movement of the Stalkers. It's also the target firing from them, too.
Yeah.
And, you know, he holds... He's got 8 worker advantage. He's got his pylons coming back on to turn his gateways on. It's just so, you know, Showtime is really top tier. There's no other way to describe it. He is definitely one of the best in Europe.
That was a great hold. Such patience as well. It can be all too easy to give up on the Stalkers in certain situations when you're like, well, I've just got to butt heads with this. But no, didn't even try. Always microing all the way back, even when he loses some of his economy at the natural. And now look at the Stalker number he does have. He's not going to go too far against all of those Zerglings. But
yeah, I mean, you run the risk of moving out and getting surrounded by Zerglings here for sure, but...
Not even that much, actually, now that I look at it.
There's just nothing here. He knows his opponent has to be recovering his economy.
Yeah.
And he is. He's
Put on the pressure. Make sure he's making units to try and defend instead of getting drones. Even if he was to try and get back in, but that could be a wraparound. Zergling's not doing too badly there, but still, there's not that many. And he's going to micro back as much as he can. The Zerglings are doing a really good job, to be fair.
Even then, I mean...
Force the unit production.
Yeah.
Got, like, a few more roaches out of that.
He can run back now as well.
Double Oracle is going to be the follow-up.
Yeah, that might be the end of him, because there's no Spore Crawlers. It's only the 2 Queens, which aren't going to stop Oracles. Just a, you know, perfect hold by Showtime, and it was great to watch him hold the 3-base, 4-base attack. Well, I'm pretty sure 3-base attack coming out from Lambo in game 1, and this has just been wonderful defense. He knew exactly what to do. That's a sign of a good player, is when you see an attack coming, there's no panic. You say, okay, he's doing this, I'll do this. Just the robotic reply. And it was brilliant.
And here comes the double Oracle into the main base against only one Queen alone anyway. That's going to gut this drone line. And now it's all on the one attack here for Lambo. If he doesn't break him, he's out of the tournament. Ooh. Where is that? Okay, so the corrosive bars were going on to one pylon here. But here come the Phoenix to lift up as well that were added on. I think he killed off 13 workers down towards the back in the end. Force field going to be thrown down there as well, try and slow this away, but bringing an Oracle back too.
Yeah,
all the
Showtime knows he just has to hold.
Yeah, 42 workers to 17 at the moment. Just kill off these units, these pesky units. Even saving the probes over to the right-hand side now because he knows he has enough gateway. GG!
2-0, very good. Very, very well done.